Hey Life Fixers, hope you're having an awesome day. Are you ready to rewire your brain for projecting virtual relationships? Before I tell you what that is, if you haven't yet taken the assessment to figure out whether your mindset is helping you or stopping you from being productive, I want you to put this on pause and go to lifefixuniversity.com/mindset. You're going to get assessment that is super important. And if you haven't done it, I think it's even more important than this, because this is going to give you an aspect on just one thing. And that's going to give you a much better understanding over a lot of areas on your life. Okay. Are you ready? What is projecting virtual relationships? Projecting virtual relationships is seeing how two things that don't seem super obvious that can be connected. How, like, let's say two ladies can be cousins, even though they don't live in the same house. How is that possible that they're related? Or that blueberries come from bushes, even though it doesn't really seem like they have anything to do with each other. Now, those are really, really, really basic examples. What in heaven's earth does it have to do with marriage? Now, in the previous episode with Sharon, when we spoke about mental illnesses, spoke a lot about acknowledging certain things. Now, part of that is being able to see that a person is just not interested in talking to you right now, just wants to lock themselves up in their room, or needs space, or the opposite, needs you to go and talk to them all the time and go and serve you and can't help it now, or whatever it is, because of what's the relationship, together with their diagnosis or together with their emotions or whatever else is going on in their lives right now. Can you see the connection between their behavior and their diagnosis? And like she said, it makes it so much easier when we could label it, when we could give a name to it, when we could have, so that way we could go and communicate about it better. So if someone has ADHD and you could say, oh, this is ADHD, we don't put them in the box where they can't accomplish so much because of ADHD. The opposite, ADHD people usually are brilliant and can get a total lot done when they know how their brain works and they could understand how to work with it instead of against it. And then you now have the language of what to use to go and help them with their ADHD. So that way, instead of, let's say, just like, oh, they can't focus and think, no, the relationship is they can't focus because their brain right now is running all over the place and they have to go and do something about it. So my challenge for you today is to, next time your partner does something and you're like, why in heaven's earth did they do that? I want you to stop and think, what could be their relationship to something else that's why they did it? Now, it doesn't even have to be mental illness. Because someone told you in comment or you had a bad day at work, you should go and do whatever you want at home. But the opposite, if you're on the receiving end, you want to be understanding and see the virtual relationship between those two things. Go practice it, see how many times you can do that, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.
That's all for this episode of the Life Fix University podcast, but I have a huge favor to ask of you that will not only support the show, but will also help the people you love most. We are striving for 1 million downloads by the end of 2025, and we can't do this without your help. If you love this episode, please share it with 2 of your family and friends so they too can rewire their brains to have an extraordinary marriage. It was awesome spending time with you, and I'll see you on the next episode.